keep your hoe inside tonight. If I swing down, she gon' hop in there right tonight. And keep your cool, cause you gon' make me slide tonight. Let's bend some corners, cause these hoes outside tonight. These hoes outside tonight. Keep your hoe inside tonight. If I swing down, she gon' hop in there right tonight. And keep your cool, cause you gon' make me slide tonight. Let's bend some corners, cause these hoes outside tonight. These hoes outside tonight. Do what I want and I don't need approval. Niggas mad at these bitches be choosing. Let her eat it, I told her it's soothing. Hit record, we gon' make us a movie. Yeah, I know that these hoes need to fur me. I get bread every day, do you hear me? With a Tesla, let's hit up his jury. Need a case, give a fuck by the jury. You gon' die if you reach for my jewelry. Get that tutory just for the foolery. I got gangs, so ain't nobody fooling me. Karma real, so just why would you do to me? Guarantee that I'm gon' get my lip back. If you want it, then come get your wish bag. Start the cap and you know you ain't with it. Kill a hype cause you know you ain't like that. For your
life.
with that AR, I make her walk cause I know she don't stay far. Just like Viagra, that motherfucker stay hard.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Shout out to the AW Pax Ones, the Master Marks Militia, Day One Doggy Bones. Hold on. This is Master Marks, and I'm coming back with another live video. Shout out to y'all, shout out to y'all, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for joining the stream. If you have not liked the video prior to joining the stream, please make sure you get the likes up in the chat. Dante Jerron 23, what's going on, brother? LTK, what's the deal? K Breezy, what's up? Marcus Brown, what's up? Mars, appreciate you. What's going on? Hold on. I know I just made. All right, we watching NXT. Retro, what's going on, brother? All right, let's go see what Marcus Brown talk about on that side. Marcus, what's going on with you today, brother?
What's going on? I'm on Discord, like with Mars and stuff, letting everybody know that be your light. But I'm
I
doing
appreciate
good
it.
and stuff.
You doing good?
Yeah, I got some news for you.
Wait, you said you got some news for me.
Yeah.
All right, this is Wrestling T with Marcus Brown.
He a freaky ass nigga. He a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga. He a 69 God.
Wrestling T with Marcus Brown.
So
Marcus, what you got for me? What you got? What you got? What you got?
So did you hear the ridiculous statement that Mercedes recently? I think it was either yesterday. I think it was yesterday. But oh my God. Oh my God. She literally said the reason why she left WWE is because they didn't give her what she wants. She mentioned Naomi in that interview. She mentioned Naomi in that trying to bring Naomi down to her level, to ruin this woman's momentum in WWE. By saying she left the company because WWE didn't give her the creative freedom to do anything she wants, and they didn't respect the women's tag team champions and stuff. All a bunch of garbage that she was saying. A bunch of just garbage.
Who is this we're
And
talking about? Natalia?
no, we talk about Mercedes. You heard what she said recently? I know you be.
Yeah, Mercedes. She was chirping like a bird, but she is the champion. She is Sasha Banks, two belts, or two belts Sasha Banks, or two belts Banks, or whatever she wants to
Stop
call
Oh
Cody.
my god.
Stop
it. Yeah.
Cody.
So
Stop
she
Cody.
called us up that during the pandemic when her and Bailey were wearing the women's tag team titles, and both of them were in the Raw and SmackDown championship. So
Yeah.
that's what they call themselves. But it wouldn't surprise me at all. But it, listen, look, we've all witnessed how WWE treated the women's division. I mean, it was in the early 2000s when the women's revolution was picking up steam, and it was we actually had quality matches. But then again, let's just be real. We had a lot of fuck finishes after the revolution, 2 minute matches. Barely seen most of those women on the roster, so I can kind of get what she's saying. I mean, but at this point,
Ruben, what you
she's
mean?
right now the female version of C. I get at this point she's the female
She
version of CM
Ruben,
Punk. It's like, look,
Ruben, I'm gonna be
uh,
real honest with you,
mhm.
brother. Mercedes Monet and Bianca Belair won a ESPY for their match. She won a ESPY. Do you know the people who win ESPYs? LeBron James, the women who play women's basketball, Brittany Griner, athletes in sports that are legit sports, not there's athleticism to wrestling. I will say that. But wrestling is not a sport. It's not a real sport. You have to have sport mentality and understand how to be in a sport to compete, but it's not a real sport. The only sports portion of wrestling is the acrobatics and the breathing and things like that come with wrestling. Mercedes Monet saying that WWE basically, in a nutshell, didn't appreciate her. She was a part of a lot of first matches. Let's see. Let's look up.
Yeah, she was first. She let me tell you the matches she was first of
Go
all
ahead.
men. She was the first match of the Hell in Cell
Serena
for the
Williams as well.
female. The first, she's the first woman to main event WrestleMania as a colored black woman. She's the first.
What said color? Hold on
She
now.
qualified.
I think it said color. What?
She was.
I had a
I heard him.
flashback.
Yeah, I heard him.
I had a
I
flashback.
heard him.
I hear the word colored. I go back to the days where I got
You know.
well, my ancestors used to have their straw hat on and shit. They talk about get out in the field, boy, go pick me some cotton, motherfucker. I heard the word colored. I said, oh shit.
She's
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Marcus.
she's the first women's tag team champion. She was in the first women's Royal Rumble. I think she's won the. Is she one of the first Grand Slam champions of the company too?
Yeah.
Her and Bates was the first one.
So my question
Pretty
for
much she's the first.
my question for her is because she couldn't go record a movie, or they didn't necessarily want her to be recording for the Mandalorian. Well, why don't they want anybody else? Why they allow everybody else to go record? Why is everybody else allowed to go record, but she was told that she wasn't allowed to go record? Maybe they just thought her acting was trash and she shouldn't be in a fucking movie or a TV show. Maybe that could be.
Here's the thing.
Because I did see her in The Mandalorian. I did see her. I don't know if y'all did see her, but her acting ain't good.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here, I get what all y'all saying. Everything you said is 100%. If you heard what I said, when it comes to Mercedes Monet, it's a swinging door. It goes both ways. Number one, let's point this out on her success and her failure and her faults. Number one, she is a Grand Slam winner. She's won championships all over the world. She was a huge success in WWE. Her fault was sometimes she, like I said, she could be sometimes a female CM Punk. Sometimes she got to know when to speak and when not to speak. She sometimes talk both ways out of her ass, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh, I know what you mean.
That's what she does sometimes. Now, let's talk about WWE. Obviously, they're a successful company. They've been around for over 60 plus years. They're $1 billion company, the richest wrestling company in the world. But let's not get it twisted. They have fucked over these women badly. Let's not get that twisted.
Which era would you say is the most messed over? Because this era of women aren't messed over. They aren't. I'll be honest with you. Compared to Layla, Michelle McCool, Molly Holly, Jazz, all of them chicks, compared to them, these women, they get more shine. Sometimes these women get more shine and more grind than some of these men's wrestlers. Let me be honest with you, right? women's wrestling has always been around, but people wouldn't pay attention to women's wrestling as much as they do if they didn't pay attention to WWE's version of women's wrestling. Yes, there's indie women's wrestling and there's outside things, Ruben, but I will be honest with you, this generation, they had a whole event dedicated to them. They've had it's transpired from what it used to be, where they had a 2-minute match, Nikki Bella versus Michelle McCool, you in and you out of there. These women have been catered to, and Sasha Banks is one of those people as well.
Hold on. Let me actually say this. Hold on. Let
Go
me
ahead,
respond
Ruben.
to him real quick. Allow me to finish. What you're saying sounds good, but I'm gonna tell you a generation that had it the worst in the '80s. Those ladies had one bright moment, and that was when Renee Richter beat the Fabulous Moolah, who had a 30-year plus title reign. That was the bright spot of it. And after that, the women's division kind of faded away in the '80s. They even had women's tag team champions at that time. You didn't know that, did you? Look that up.
I know that. I know they
WWE
didn't have
had the
women's tag team champions.
They had the women's tag team titles, and it was all but lasted no more than a spot to cheat, as I like to say. It was quick and done. 6 years. And we didn't hear anything about women's championships until during the Attitude Era, which then at that time was a slow, gradual build until we got into the 2000s once WCW was bought out by WWE. So now they had more women wrestlers. So now they can focus more on building up the women's division until eventually where these ladies now are making stupid money and having pay-per-view matches and being able to promote themselves all over the world, including starring in movies. Because let's be honest with you, none of these guys are going to win an Oscar for any of the movie roles that they get into or TV shows because it's mainly action stuff or sci-fi. So, with that being said, this is a swinging door. It goes both ways. WWE could say, hey, we did everything we could. We gave her the world. She took advantage of it, and she made the most of it. And she would say, yes, I agree. But also at the same time, however, fuck finishes, not giving the women's tag team titles. Think about it. How many times have we sat here and said that the women's tag team titles need to be defended on all 3 shows, and it's still on Monday Night Raw?
I can agree with that, Ruben.
So you got to look at it this way. Yeah, granted,
Hey,
Charlotte Flair is the highest paid female wrestler in the entire game. Period. She's number 1. Now she's sitting at home chilling, getting herself ready for her potential return, possibly in Survivor Series or WrestleMania. But at the end of the day, are they really elevating these women titles to something? Think about it. Bailey's title run has been a joke, laughable. Liv Morgan's the number 1 star in the entire WWE women's division. So for every positive Liv Morgan, there's a negative Bailey. So it's just a matter of consistency. That's what we need: consistency.
Do you feel like Bailey is interesting as a women's champion? As in the position. So I'll be honest with you, Ruben. It isn't Bailey's fault why she isn't interesting or in any interesting storylines. The thing that we figured out about Bailey is her being an in-betweener or her being a babyface is just not cutting it. Bailey as a heel, as a women's champion, is next level when it comes to women's champions. That's the problem with Bailey's situation right now. She should. There's Triple H 100%, but Bailey needs to be a heel. That is the reason why nobody really cares about Bailey, because Bailey as a babyface, it died down. Like that fame of Bailey really, really died down as a babyface. And then we've seen her do her heel work, and it's been the best work she's had in her entire career. The problem with Bailey is when you break up Damage Control or you kick her out, now you put Bailey in this spot of something she hasn't had before, because when she was the other Bailey, she depended on the floaties and the pop-ups and the ponytail and the hugger and all of those things. She depended on that. So you can't do the current character that Bailey has and theme song that Bailey has right now, because it doesn't work as a baby face. Her character is supposed to be a heel. That character yelling at Michael Cole and all of those things and blah, 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 blah. That character only works as a heel. The ding dong, all of that stuff. Like that was Bailey's best work. Bailey's work now is garbage because they put her in an in-between section. Let's put her in an in-between situation.
Now you understand what
You-
Mercedes was talking about, right? Be consistent. That's what she was meaning.
Hey, nah, but Ruben, the fact is she's been overly delusional. Can't just say
I, I, I would say it's, I would say 55-45. That's what I would say.
I'll be honest with you,
You're
bro.
right on the 55.
She only speaking how she's speaking. Because if WWE would have
But
offered her a little bit more coin than AEW would have offered her, she would have been right back on the WWE coattail. So
uh,
when I hear her say,
That's everybody. That's everybody. That's
but
anybody.
see, this is the thing though. I feel like, and if you listen to how she talks, right? She knows that this is a business still at the end of the day. So she gives Tony
Right.
Khan just enough not to look at her and say that, yeah, I can't trust you. You acting like Punk was acting when he wanted to go back. But then she
Uh-huh.
also says enough to make sure she doesn't completely ruin her opportunity to go back to WWE. Because if WWE
Right.
offers her the little bit more coin that she was asking for, she's not going to
Uh-huh.
AEW. And we know that. Like that's something that's just common sense. The only reason why she's saying
exactly.
any problems, give me 1 second, Marcus. The only reason why she's saying any problem or having any problems or bringing up little tiny things that go on in WWE or how she felt is honestly because she is on the Tony Khan side, and that gives Tony Khan a little bit of heads up, a little bit of head up on the board of who's the best company, who's the worst company, blase, blase. If she signed a contract to WWE, she wouldn't even care about them sending her about her walking out. She wouldn't care about that. She truly wouldn't. And there's talks of her saying even that she would go back to WWE. If I'm Tony Khan and I'm looking at that, I'm like, what the hell? Why am I sending you
Well,
all
first
this
of all,
money?
hold on. Well, first of all, you already know about Tony Khan. It's kind of obvious. I tell you what, that's what I told you before. I told Tony Khan if he was listening, you might as well send a blank check to me, masked up, and Marcus with our
Send it to
names
us.
on it.
I'll
We'll
work on the
spell it out
commentator
and give
side
it to
with
you.
that mask dude.
I'll get. I'll give it's caliber. I'll give you my address. You send me a blank check right now, and I'll do whatever you want me to do. You see what I'm saying?
Don't say
He's got
whatever.
these
No,
millionaires in the
he
business.
might go to Diddy
Okay,
parties.
that's
Don't say
true.
whatever. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Tony.
let's back that up.
You know Tony
So
got
so
he got a little bit of snow
I'll be
problem.
I'll tell you what. Give me a open check, and I'll write down the amount of money I want. I'll buy a Ring of Honor from your ass, and I'll turn that to a banger company, better than what you've done. And then guess what? Guess what? It'll actually be on TV. What a concept! It'll actually be on TV.
Man,
But
I
at the
sell
end
the
of the
rights
day,
to
like
Ring
I
of
said
Honor to
before,
WWE. Shit. Fuck it.
nah, nah,
Get the
not
rights
from
to WWE. I
not
mean,
from
shit. Most of the people that were
I'm
from
not
Ring of
gonna do
Honor
this.
are in WWE. Man, Tony Khan is holding that. He's holding a lot of Seth Rollins, a lot of Kevin Owens, a lot of El Generico, Sami Zayn. He's holding a lot of AJ Styles, a little bit of AJ Styles because AJ Styles kind of dibbled and dabbled there, not too much, but whatever.
Uh-huh.
He's holding
Uh-huh.
Damian Priest. um, when he was what was
Oh
some
no, he's got it.
Homicide
Yeah, he's
Martinez,
got
what
a
was his name?
homicide.
Um, punishing my
Punish
Martinez.
punishment, yeah, punishment
Punish,
Martinez. He's holding a lot of Damian Priest out. You know what I'm saying? He don't really need ROH. See what his mistake with ROH is he used ROH as just another company when he should have used ROH as development for talent who aren't there yet on AEW.
That's still what I would still do. But here's the thing that I'm saying. Everything you guys are saying is 100% correct. When it comes to these ex WWE cats, they all said the same thing. They all went directly with the big money at. They all did. Edge
Oh,
did. Saran, not Sriracha. Mercedes Monet. They all went there to get the big money. That's common sense. And guess what? They always come back. Heck, that's what happened back in the 80s when Ric Flair crossed over from WCW to go to WWF at the time. Then when his contract was up, he went back to WCW. And when WCW contract was up, guess what? He went back to WWE. They always do that. Lex Luthor did that crap. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, they did that. So that doesn't surprise me. What surprises me is this: is that how we got two people, two parties. You got WWE and you got Mercedes Monet. They're both are saying the same things at each other, not realizing that they're both right and they're both wrong.
Yeah, I can respect that, really.
Yeah, but Mercedes going around acting like WWE absolutely didn't do nothing with her. Like that is just delusional.
But you got to
Uh,
remember that's during the time of Vince McMahon. Remember, Vince McMahon, he rather look at women, that perv. You know what he was all about. He think about it. He was so excited just to have females around him that he could flaunt his power and his will. It was like, oh, so you got a problem with me there, pal? Come on, that's Vince McMahon shit. Triple H would be a little bit more responsive, and he knows that he watches what's going on in AEW, and trust me, AEW damn sure watches what's going on there in upstate New York. So believe it or not, most of those cats are going to come back over, and if so, so be it. I ain't mad at you. Do your thing, make your money, but ask yourself this: is it going to be better, or is it going to be the same shit?
hey, that's a crazy record. I revealed last night. Wow, it's legit. I was like, Mercedes literally had less than 10 matches. And she um already double champ. But get this. In her last 7 matches and stuff, her last 7 matches, she's been she's been champion. Her last 7 matches. Because if you combine her New Japan Pro Wrestling run and her run right now, she's been champion 3 times. She beat Kyrie her first match. She's pretty much getting the push that she got in New Japan AEW.
Shout
Because
out to
she
NXT. My
really,
goodness, Brittany Reese is out in the ring now. She goes against Izzy Dane.
hey, but she literally had her last 7 matches and stuff have been in title matches.
Be
Four of
honest
those,
with you
like
though.
I think, like
Who knows how to
three
book?
of them.
Who knows how to book African American women's wrestlers better, Triple H or Vince McMahon?
I'm gonna
And
give the
Triple
edge
H,
to Triple H.
Triple H ain't been in full power until at the end, like lately. He still had to answer to Vince at a point in time. So who knows how to book African American women's champions better? Women's champions better, Vince McMahon or Triple H? I'm gonna put that as a poll in the chat. I want y'all in the chat. I want y'all to answer that.
I gotta give it to Triple H.
Shout out to all the fans out
Yeah.
there who are in our poll and those listening to the show. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Definitely get involved in that quiz right there. Definitely get involved and bring your opinions up. Do you think Vincent Kennedy McMahon knew how to book people of color, or is it the game Triple H?
I seen this post on Instagram and stuff. I seen the post and it had Mercedes on the picture and it said Mercedes after her fourth match in AEW and she's here holding 4 titles and stuff. She's holding both the titles she got right now. She's holding the AEW Women's Championship and she's holding one of the Ring of Honor Women's
Appreciate you,
Championship.
Dante Jerome
It
23.
wasn't
Thank you for
no
putting that in there. All right, so we gonna have a poll. We gonna put the poll up for a few minutes, right? Who booked African American women's champions better, Vince McMahon or Triple H?
I'm gonna
We
be
have to
honest
think
with you. If
about
you want
those
my
black.
opinion,
They have to think about the black champions we've had too as well. Layla, because she's black. Alicia Fox, she's black. Bianca Belair. Um, what up, K Breezy? What's going
Hey,
on,
K,
brother?
that's fact. That's fact. The only thing, man.
Let's
That's the only thing.
we gonna see what the polls say. We're gonna see what the polls say.
yeah,
Because I'm
I
very
just want to get
curious.
my. You know what? Yeah, before I get my
You,
answer, I want to see what the poll says too. Before I get my answer, so I'll wait. I'll wait.
uh, you seen what K Breezy said in the comment? He said
Well, we'll wait.
Vince
We'll wait.
made.
We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait. Let's let them answer the question.
Yeah, let's give them a moment there because I'm curious to know myself because I already know what my opinion is, but I would like to hear from the faithful out there who are out there in the stratosphere. I want to know what they got to say. But in any event, though, NXT started off with a banger so far. They had
Yeah, yeah.
versus against your girl Jada Parker, and Jada Parker came out on top in a hardcore match.
Who won the
Hey,
match?
hey, hey, Jada
Jada
one.
Parker,
But hey, hey, that's how you know the women's division is stronger in WWE because we got a whole street fight match, and the match was a 2 minute. We get in women's matches that's like 25, 30 minutes.
Was
Also,
there no fake
get this,
blood?
there was no blood. I don't
Oh,
think so,
so
but
no color. So there you
so
go, no
so
color. There you go.
it still allows females to be tough and fighters, but also feminine still as well. That's cool.
Mhm.
yeah.
And then also the next match was one Republic. They went up against the reincarnation of the Nasty Boys. It was the Hank and Tank,
Oh
and
God, not this group
obviously
again. Not Hank and Stank again.
then yeah, and then
He
I
said,
think I think they I believe they won. I couldn't tell because I got lost. I got distracted in the
yeah,
conversation.
All right.
Pete Dunne and what's the one? Pete Dunne
One
and what?
Republic, good, good, good.
Whoever
Here's the
whoever
question: Why
whoever
you
gets
know
to
what they
80%, whoever gets to 80% or close to 80%, I'm gonna just go ahead and end the poll. So I'm gonna give y'all some time to answer
exactly?
this, but
And here's the question for you: One Republic, former NXT stars, you know, I mean, why in the world are they back in NXT? Why are they not at the main roster competing for the World Tag Team titles or the SmackDown titles?
who in charge of booking?
There we go again. And there we go.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all,
Yeah.
man. I don't support anything Vince McMahon has done that's negative towards women sexually. That's way too freaky for me. And I don't support women being forced to do anything for money. I damn sure don't. I don't even support OnlyFans, to be honest with you. I make jokes about OnlyFans, but I don't support that shit.
But
Um,
here she comes. White chocolate herself, Mrs. Izzy Jane.
what I'm gonna
Oh,
say to you
Hey,
sister.
that's
is, Marcus, just give me a second, brother. You too, Ruben. What I'm gonna say is, and I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll because it looks like we got Vince McMahon. What I'm gonna say is, African American women. Now, Vince lost out on Sasha Banks and Naomi, right? We get it. But African American women under Vince McMahon, I believe, would be booked better. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like African American women, they get booked under Triple H, but they're never like the talk. Like, look, the person who was booking Bianca Belair, where she was at, was Vince McMahon. That was Vince. Triple H might have had an input and some words in it, but the person who calls the R-Truth versus Madcap Moss every Monday night, that's Vince. So my thing is, when I think about who was the best booker when it came to African American women, neither of them were great. But if you look at all of the black women that were actually put out there to be champions, Naomi was a champion. You know, Nia Jax, don't she got some black in her a little bit? She not full Samoan. You know what I'm saying?
black.
She got a little bit of black in her.
Right.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's mixed.
Sasha
She's mixed.
Banks, Jazz, Jacqueline, Bianca Belair, a lot of those people. And the decision to bring Jade Cargill, was that decision a Vince McMahon decision or was that a Triple H decision? Because I believe at the time Vince was still making decisions there as well. If Jade Cargill would have been under Vince McMahon, he would have had her train for more time and then put her out as a very dominant women's wrestler. Of course, we get Bianca versus Jade, which we're still going to get at the end of the day. But if you look at how Bianca Belair has been booked, we might not even get that. Bianca Belair is on the level of, I'm going to be honest with you, she on the level of getting booked like Nikki Cross at this point in time, because Nikki Cross was a champion.
Oh, by the way, real quick, this match between Reese and Dane brought to you by Dark Chocolate Meltdown. Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So when I look at it, oh, Nia Jax, she not African American. Okay, Spanish, African American, Samoan, all women of color, right? Under Vince McMahon,
Yeah.
women of color are going to be booked properly. If you're a dominant women's champion like Bianca Belair, it will show. Under Triple H, you'll lose the title to a tag team that hasn't been around in over 8 months. Because it's still a loss. Even though you didn't take the pin, it's still a loss. You lost the titles. You're not the champions. You didn't do everything in your power to keep your championship. You lost to a tag team that hadn't been around in 8 months, even though they weren't the greatest tag team, because Bianca and Jay were not the greatest tag team. And we'll also say this, Vince, as much as Vince has done some very wild things with the do-rag and saying nigga and all of the shit Vince has done, Vince knows how to book. Vince knows how to book a black men as champion as well. He doesn't know how, Triple H doesn't know how to book black men. Triple H don't know. You got a guy like Bobby Lashley, a guy lurking around in NXT who probably don't even really need to be in NXT that long, Obafemi. He's a star. You ain't got nobody to beat Cody Rhodes. You got to go back to the Roman story. That's cap. Look at Bobby Lashley. Look at Trick Williams.
Hey, that's crazy.
Triple H.
That's crazy. That's crazy though. Because Bobby Lashley is still owed the WWE Championship rematch, and he's nice.
Bobby Lashley was a better champion than Cody Rhodes is, because at least they believe that Bobby Lashley would beat your ass. Cody Rhodes, they don't. Cody Rhodes is not convincing as a good guy.
John Cena 2.0.
Yeah, but John Cena has charisma and mic skills. And as much as I got tired of seeing those hustle, loyalty, respect shirts at a point in time.
My God, they got on my nose.
Right. K Breezy says we've yet to have a African American champion under Triple H. Keith Lee, but his reign was a blink and a miss run. Keith Lee, like almost. Look at Montez Ford, who's been ready to move forward with his singles push, and he's just getting older and older and older. Triple H don't know how to book black talent, because there weren't even really that many black champions in NXT. So when we really think about it, I'll just go out there and say that when it comes to booking, Triple H is not only boring at booking to me, but he also doesn't know how to book black folks at all. He has no clue. Booker T was at a point in time in his career, and of course Booker T didn't get to where he was going to get. And if you haven't liked the video, y'all, I know Bobby Lashley is injured, but if y'all haven't liked the video, make sure y'all put a like on the video. Mods in the chat, make sure you tell all of the streamers or the people that are watching with us to like the current video. When Booker T had that, let me finish what I'm saying. When Booker, who?
Huh?
Who was it? You said we did. What did we did have?
I'm talking. We did have an African champion. Two of them, but get this. Actually, four of them. Four of them since Triple H been on the main roster.
Who?
Bianca and Jade. Let's start the champion. Bianca and Jade. Their title reign was like 42 days.
Okay.
Miz, his tag team championship reign.
Miz and R-Truth, yeah.
And Bianca, she won the women's championship match. She won the title.
Triple
back
H wasn't in
that
charge during that time, brother. This
I'm
is
talking about last. I'm talking
Triple
about
H
last
wasn't in
year.
charge. He wasn't in charge last year.
I'm talking about last year when Io Sky cashed in. When Io Sky cashed in, Bianca only held the title for like 2 minutes.
Triple
So
H
all
isn't
the
in
black
charge.
champions. So all
We got
yes,
the
he was.
we got the NXT Women's Championship main event. We got the two stars, Roxanne Perez and Lola Vice in the ring. Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, but the fact is, all the black champions that we did get on the main roster, they title reigns didn't last long at all.
Listen, Marcus,
That's
I'm gonna
the
be honest
shit.
with you. I'm
Don't
gonna be
forget
honest
about
with you.
Damien. Don't forget about Damien Priest because he's for a week off. Don't forget about Damien Priest. He's part black.
Yeah,
Don't forget
we
about him.
we we get Damian Priest too, but even look at Damian Priest as a champion. It's a snooze fest. Think about this.
Oh
The
my!
the people that you named, but Vince was still giving orders last year. Vince was still getting orders in that early period of time.
Unfortunately, he was.
He hasn't been fully in charge since 2022. Vince was still giving orders. Vince stopped giving orders when they told him to get the hell out of the office. It don't matter what position they said Vince was still in charge, because guess what we got every week? Madcap Moss versus R-Truth. That's clear as day that Vince was still in charge. Madcap Moss versus Baron Corbin. Madcap Moss versus I don't even know what that motherfucker's name. He has a podcast now. Make sure y'all like the video. If you haven't liked the video, get the likes up. Mods, make sure you let them know to get them likes up too. So
Right back.
yeah, he's been fully in charge after the last WrestleMania we had. That's when he started. Like fully. And still, why does somebody keep calling me? Like, what is the deal? So listen, I got a PC, right, from this dude. And my PC from this dude, right? And we had a deal that he wanted me to pay him off on the PC in July. Mind you, today is July 2nd. I told him on July 12th, I said, I'm going to throw you some bread on July 12th to pay you off, because I only owe him like $100 or something like that. But we had a deal to split it out, because I told him, like, man, I could pay it off completely if you'd like. And he was like, no, you ain't got to worry about that. He like, well, let's just split it up, because I don't really need the bread anyway. So I'm like, all right, boom. Tell me why I told him on the 12th that he was going to get paid off and don't have to hit me up no more. Tell me why this nigga got his wife calling my phone, talk about money. What we got going on, brother? Talk to your chick, man. Talk to your chick, Joe. Y'all niggas better talk to y'all females, man. That's the problem with men, man. Y'all niggas don't be talking to your girl. Let your girl know what's up. Don't just be doing shit and having niggas out here looking crazy and you ain't telling your girl what's the deal.
Hey, mask up. Look at you see Lola and Roxanne out there? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have to say something, bro. I have to say something about Lola and Roxanne. I will wrap them in some bacon.
We are in an era now with the emotional challengers, the emotional champion. So Cody Rhodes was crying all the way through till he finally finished his story, and now the J Lo of the NXT division, Lola Vice, is starting to weep too about her title match. So it's kind of like,
Shout out to Lola
what are
Vice.
we
Good
doing
Lord.
here?
Oh
What
my
are we doing?
god.
Who is the
What are
heel?
we
Who's
doing?
the face?
I believe the fans have now decided
Lo-
that she's gonna be baby face.
Lola is gonna be the face. Honestly.
I'm not playing no damn voicemail. What the hell? I don't listen to voicemails, cousin. I don't listen to voicemails, cousin. I don't even like voicemails
Hey, Lola.
unless it's from my meal. Hey, I got a special
Lola-
surprise for y'all boys on Friday too. I got a surprise for y'all.
Oh, you let me know.
Let you know
Let me
what?
know about that. But that you say you're gonna let us know what you got on Friday. But Lola, Lola, she's playing off these emotions on point.
I ain't gonna lie
Oh
to
my
you.
god.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Lola Vice got to win this title, man. It's only right.
If we got to get this woman to the main roster, it's time. It's time for Perez to come up to the main roster anyway.
Yeah, Roxanne. It's time
Yeah,
for
they
Roxanne
did.
to go up there. Bailey need more
Yeah.
competition, man. If you're gonna keep that belt on Bailey, she need more competition. Roxanne Perez is the perfect person. I don't see. Listen, I don't see why they don't put Zelina Vega over there. Zelina Vega, man. Zelina Vega is for a female wrestler is a star, man. She could go over there. Send Zelina
She
Vega
is,
over to SmackDown to wrestle Bailey a little bit. Take the
but
title off Bailey. Zelina got to get her one, bro.
here's the thing. What was she better at then when she was in WWE?
A
That's
manager.
it. When she, and who
But
had
you
the
know what
skill
though?
set?
I'm still convinced that about her as a wrestler. I really am. I
Oh
take
no,
her
no, no,
seriously.
no, no. For some of y'all folks who don't know about Selena Vega, she actually was a two-time Knockouts Tag Team Champion. So
Yeah, two
she
time.
had one goal. Yeah. So
I take
Yeah,
her
she
very
was a
seriously.
TNA
in
too.
the E, she's not getting the lovely, if you know what I mean. So
Naomi
if
might
you
not
put
get
her over
another
there,
one in the E though. She might not get another one either.
oh no, she's enhancement talent thus far. That's what she's going to be.
Yeah, until she go over to the
She's enhancement
bloodline where
talent
she
to
need
the
to
league.
be. Until she go to step foot
She's
over in the blood,
enhancement talent.
because you know they gonna do a female bloodline. You know it's coming. Tonga twins
Oh, it's
coming.
already done.
That's
Nia Jax coming. Could you imagine
Naomi.
Naomi? Could you imagine a female bloodline like that? Throw an
Oh my
Intercontinental
God.
Women's Championship over there. Naomi as the Women's
Yeah, you have.
Intercontinental Champions. Uh, the Tonga Twins as the Women's Tag Team Champions, and Nia as the World Heavyweight Champion. Man, because the Tonga Twins, they can't go to NXT. They have no. Who are they gonna face? They're NXT don't even have
Okay.
tag teams anymore. So
This is what I'm trying to explain to all of y'all. If you ever paid attention to an NXT show, which I know you do, and if you ever see these women in the locker room when they before they even start shit with one another, there's a group of women hanging around doing absolutely nothing. There's your tag team division. Why not start working on that?
they
You
need to
got
bring the
you get
NXT
two women
Women's
together.
Tag Team
Trust me.
titles back.
I'll be happy if they do that though. But you got to look at it. You can say, look at you, 16 women here. You all. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna
Mesh
make
all
y'all
together.
to our tag team division. We're gonna make
Yeah,
y'all to our tag
you
team
know
Hey,
what's
division,
crazy? I don't
and
have
then
a.
we're gonna build you up to being bigger stars.
You know what's crazy? I don't have a problem with a women's mid card title or women's tag team champions. I just feel like you have to do it with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? When you have women's tag team champions, they have to feel purposeful. There are a lot of women's tag teams out there, whether they are in NXT or they're in the WWE or SmackDown Raw, whatever the case may be. Damn, not her knocking out
Uh,
some dude. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like
Lola, Lola,
it's
Lola for Vikings.
it has to be with a purpose. There needs to be
mhm.
a reason why they have titles. Like the women's tag team titles can have so much purpose if they use the talent that aren't in the mid card women's division, because you only need 5 to 6 women in the mid card division, and then you need 4 or 5 women's tag teams. But they all start out because some people ain't meant to be a single star in wrestling.
Amen. Oh God, thank you for saying that because I was about to chime in. The bottom line is this: if you got an overbloated roster, it's real simple to use common sense on this. It's like, look,
Yeah,
I got 20 women here that have the capability of being a star, but I'm
yeah.
not convinced that they're ready to be singles. So I got a women's tag team title here, in which I don't really have much of a division for. That's my division. Build them up, have them work with each other time and time again, and when you do that, now you look at them and people can go ahead and say, you know what? I like what I see. This could be a roster that we could work with. But until that happens, we're going to be sitting here looking at the unholy alliance walk around with a tag team belt that they're doing absolutely nothing with. Now they're in a feud right now with the Kabuki Warriors or Damage Control, whatever narration you want to call them.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, after you're done with them, who's up?
Why is it the
Are the
champions who
champions?
never got
We've
pinned? Why
already
are
seen
the
that before.
But why are the champions who never got pinned begging for their titles back? Like, that's kind of silly to me. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill looked so dominant, even though they weren't really a great tag team. I'll be honest with you. And their finishing tag team move was atrocious. I'll be honest. But they looked so good as the women's tag team champions. Okay, we didn't get pinned. Why aren't we upset? Why aren't we pissed off? Why aren't we attacking people? Like Triple H, I don't know if he just doesn't know what to do, or he's in La La Land, or he's been sucking those Stephanie McMahon's titties for so long that he's still getting milk residue, powder, or whatever the hell she got left in her titty milk.
Let me tell you. Let me break it down for you like this, and y'all check this out. Y'all peep game here. When you were a champion back in the 80s, when you carried the mid card belt, you carried it for a reason. Because, obviously they have guys that they look at or gals and they say, okay, these is my main people. And this is my mid card right here. The reason
Yeah,
why someone will hold on to a title for a long time is that they help build enough the lower mid card people to become bigger stars.
yeah,
But the only reason why that works is that you actually have to use your mid card. So let's just say Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair kept the titles. They didn't lose it. I mean, obviously, it was going to happen in Scotland because that unholy alliance, they were hometown girls. But let's just say you keep the titles on Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill because Bianca is the veteran. Jay Cargill still green. You keep the belts on them. You let them work their way through the women's division, including NXT. Stop having it on the main roster. You work those girls until you can sit there and say, Bianca's like, okay, look, Jay Cargill is ready to go. She's not green no more. So you can get the belts off of us, and then we can have our match at WrestleMania. That's what you should have done. But they didn't. Premature ejaculation. The
yeah,
same thing they did with Cody Rhodes, the same thing they did with those women tag team titles. You quickly put it on them because why? The hometown crowd was happy. Trust me, anytime someone goes to their hometown, it's always a bad idea. I remember when JR was and he laughed because
Hey,
Vince McMahon
you,
got his ass whooped by Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Vince McMahon heard about it. The Undertaker knocked JR's JR's butt and stuck his head into Vince McMahon's ass in his hometown. So hometown people don't get a lot of love. But at the end of the
hey,
day, Cargill and Bianca Belair should still be tag team champion. At least until
hey,
they figured
Ruben,
out a group of women that it will work.
Okay, Marcus, just let him finish
hey,
what he's saying,
Ruben.
and then you can go
Uh,
ahead instead of like while you talking saying, "Hey, my brother." Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah. Yeah, Marcus, go ahead.
uh, my bad for always interrupting.
Yeah, yeah,
No
Um,
worries, Marcus. What you got for me?
yeah, but I agree with you, Ruben. I said Bianca and Jay should have knocked off those titles until like March next year or something. Have them lose it on an episode of SmackDown against the Tonga Twins. Have the Tonga Twins beat them for the
if the
title.
Tonga twins, they
After
may not be
that,
ready yet though. They ain't ready
but
yet.
yeah, yeah, yo, your your comments about the people winning in their hometowns is legit because you remember what happened when Sriracha won the title in her hometown at All In. It, I think it was All In last year. Was it All In last year where she won the title and she
Yeah,
did
yeah, that was.
absolutely nothing? They
Uh-huh.
took it straight
To
off,
me,
gave it to Jamie Hayter. I think Jamie Hayter beat her for the title, or was
here,
it Tony Storm? It was
no,
one of them.
Tony
hey,
Storm.
here's the thing. Remember what I just told you guys? Look at this. Look at what we have here on NXT right now. You have one, two, three, five young ladies there standing around doing nothing. There's your tag team division right there. There it is.
Some of those women. Also, you gotta think about this, Ruben. Some of those women are still training in the PC,
Yeah, but
so
what's the
they
easiest way to
getting a
get
little
your
TV
what's the
time.
easiest way to get your work in? So the thing about wrestling, right? You can spend all years that you want to spend in training, but if you're not displaying your talents on the mic or displaying yourself in the ring, nobody's gonna ever care about you. You know what I'm saying?
A
It's
la
just a
Peyton
fact.
Manning. A la Peyton Manning. Peyton
Yeah.
Manning was a rookie. They threw him out there to the Wolves, and what happened? 2 Super Bowls and a Hall of Fame career. Enough said.
Hey, Alejandro. Yeah, she is the next AJ Lee. She actually look up to AJ Lee, and and I
But why be the
remember
next
one of
AJ
my
Lee
friends.
though? That shit kind of irritates me, bro. Like I'm getting to this point in wrestling, right? Where I'm so fucking sick and tired of somebody trying to be the next this and the next that. Nigga, be the next yourself. Like how is this is man, I'm telling you, bro,
That's
wrestling,
mom.
that shit that fucking shit in wrestling pisses me the fuck off, bro. Everybody has to be the next this and the next Stone Cold, the next AJ Lee, the next uh John Wayne Gacy, the next this, the next that, the next Bray Wyatt, the next like nigga, just be yourself. Be the next you. Because you not being
Respect
the next
yourself.
you not being the next you is not gonna ever get you past anything that you are already on. Like all of these people who want to be the like they want to be the next Stone Cold or they want to be the next Rock. Like, man, be the next you. That way, for the future generation of wrestling, they can be the next them. Because Stone Cold, when he went into this shit, Stone Cold wasn't trying to be the next this and that and the third. He was trying to be the first ever Stone Cold. And that's the problem with wrestling now. Everybody want to try to linger back into the past. And we got to get out of that shit, bro, because wrestling is never going to get any better than what it is if we keep sitting in the past. And that's even in life in general. Like in life in general, if you don't get out of the past and move forward to the future, you will sit in your past forever. And that's what we're doing
Oh
in
my
wrestling.
God.
We can't recreate Cena. We can't recreate Batista. I know people have similar
Wait.
bills.
First of all, no. Don't you dare recreate Cena. That was too. That hit the push you. That. Do not do that.
They tried it. They tried it already and failed. They kind of is with Cody, but
Dashing Cody Rhodes.
Cody,
Yeah, you might be right.
yeah,
Yeah, don't do
no,
that.
Cody was teasing his heel turn earlier, because he was advertising the next season of Homelander and stuff, and you see him on the advertising clip, and you see him glaring, and you see these red beams coming out of his eye, and he talk about Homelander, you gonna finish your story, and he got this evil look on. I told the homie Black Star 15, give us that character. I want to see Cody just
I don't want to see
be
him,
an
period.
absolute killer.
I don't want to see him, period. If I'm being honest with you, I don't give a damn about him. The thing about it is, it in wrestling, right? And if y'all haven't liked the video, make sure y'all get the video likes up, please and thank you. In wrestling, there should never be a focus of being the next somebody. And this is how, so the entire world, right? It got lazier. That's the reason why we look at movies and movie titles and they're not recreating any or creating anything that's of substance that's new. They just keep bringing Halloween back. Michael Myers back. Michael Myers get set on fire. He come back. Michael Myers gets shot with an AK-47. He coming back. Somebody pour some Hennessy on Michael Myers and set him on fire. He coming fucking back. That's the problem, man. There is no creativity in the world. It's just always about duplicating something because it worked. So if you're going to have a large quantity of wrestlers that all wrestle like John Cena or all wrestlers who wrestle like Hulk Hogan, and what's going to be the quality of that? Isn't it always going to be quality over quantity? Because, I mean, we could keep making the same wrestlers over and over, but then what's going to happen in 20 years when we need to have a new storyline? We don't need another Undertaker. Bray Wyatt wasn't even like The Undertaker. But guess who people compared him to? The Undertaker. It never gives a person a chance to have their individuality. Like when you're a wrestler or you're trying to create a brand for yourself or a character that's going to last forever, you need individuality. Why do you think like a person like Asuka is different than somebody who's doing something that somebody already did? She's her own Asuka. Her own Asuka. But Becky Lynch ain't her own Becky Lynch. She's the man.
Whoa.
She's a female. Her character was a female rock. Like, she
She's the
uses the
main
rock
character.
in the character.
Well, that it was a mixture of rock and Ric Flair. You know, the man, blah 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 blah. You know, but she also tried to do Becky Lynch 316 in that as well. Like, that's not a new character, man. Even like when Mercedes Moné and Mercedes Moné and Bailey were a tag team, what were they called? Boss and Hug Connection. Nigga, we already did that before. We did that before. Rock and sock. See, that's the problem. There is no individuality when it comes to this. All of the promoters, they just gonna do the same copy and paste, and the reason why they're gonna keep doing it is because people gonna keep watching it. People gonna keep watching it, and they're gonna keep supporting it, and because everybody else lives in this fantasy that we need to bring back the olden days. But if the olden days were meant to still be going on, we would still be in them. If we were meant to still be using flip phones and cranking that Soulja Boy, God damn it, I'm flipping the fuck out of my phone when I hang up and I'm cranking that Soulja Boy. I still got my sunglasses with my nickname on it. Don't play with me. I still go get my rubber band chain. Don't play with me. I go get my Evisu jeans and my Red Monkey jeans and my Bapes and my Yums and my Yum sneakers. I go get my G-Unit outfit. Don't play with me. I ain't playing. But guess what?
Hey,
it's not. We're not meant to do that anymore because that's the past. You cannot live in the past. Anything you create in today's age, right? It has to be of the future or the present. That's why. Back. Hey, okay, go ahead, do your thing. And then when we look at music. The songs that be the most popping on the chart have samples that have already been a song. Nobody wants to have any individuality in this shit, in anything anymore. That's the thing. Everybody want to recreate the 90s. Guess what? The 90s is over. Aaron Hall ain't making music like that no more. Teddy Riley ain't making music no more. Roger and Zapp is gone. They don't exist no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we keep... Yeah, but when you booking long term, you got to know what you're doing long term. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to book somebody long term, you got to make sure it makes sense. Because if you book a long term and the shit don't make sense, you're wasting fucking time. There needs to be some type of thing that's creative. We can't just keep living in the same thing that we've been living in. We went from living into the Attitude Era to living into the ECW Hardcore Era to just kind of floating around between the two of those still. Like, at what point are we going to create something that we haven't seen before? When am I going to see a wrestler that has a move set that's a different way how to wrestle? When am I going to see the same wrestlers doing the same shit? Wrestling like The Rock, wrestling like Stone Cold, wrestling like Cena, wrestling like Roman Reigns. It ain't flippy dippy. It ain't got to be flippy dippy, but at some point we got to get something new. If we not getting anything new, then how is wrestling ever going to go past where it is today? How? We spend so much time worried about the Attitude Era. I don't fucking want the Attitude Era to come back because the Attitude Era can't survive in this era of the world. We live in a soft PC world. We don't live in a society where you can be open and honest about things that you feel, even though sometimes you're not always supposed to say what's on your mind out of your mouth. Because there's a place and time to say certain things to certain people. But we don't even live in that. We live in a point where you can say anything to anybody, or you can walk up to somebody that, and this is no offense to people who have this lifestyle or whatever the case may be, but you could walk up to somebody that's got a full-blown beard and mustache and call them sir, and they get mad at you because you didn't call them her. That's the type of society we live in now. And that's no offense to people that are a part of the trans community, because I don't have no disrespect to trans people. Shout out to trans people. Y'all do what the fuck y'all want to do. It ain't my life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have fun. Shit, you can play It's
Shout
Raining
shout
Man
out
at
to
the
Nana Rose. Shout out to Sunny Kiss.
right. Shout out to Marcus Bulls. Like you can
Hey,
play.
what? No.
Y'all niggas can play
Oh,
It's Raining Men 1,000 times, and I don't give a damn because I don't care. I don't care about your life choices because it ain't my life. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
Get down.
you could walk up to somebody. You could walk up to somebody and they have a full blown beard, and you misgender them, and now your shit is cooked. And once Uncle Master Marks always say, once you get canceled, it's over. It's done. It's done. You can have a full blown beard and mustache and some lipstick and some eyeshadow on, and somebody call you sir, and you could be like, oh, they misgender me, cancel them. So for those people who want the Attitude Era to come back, y'all not ready for the Attitude Era because the Attitude Era is too raw. It's too raw for right now.
we had Braun.
Those
We had Braun.
days.
We had literally almost naked women back in those days. We get any naked women in the ring, those people online is gonna start complaining.
Bro, they're going to
So
lose their
they
fucking minds. They wouldn't be able to handle that. We don't live in a world, right? Right there. Okay, so like I watched a video, and I know I talked about this before. I watched a video of a person that's and this is, like I said, no offense to those people part of that generation. A person that's a part of Gen Z, right? They listen to Eminem kill you, right? And they are disgusted. Versus me, who a millennial who used to hear it 24/7, and I ain't got no beef with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
That's why.
we
That's why
don't
you'll never see erotic movies again, like Basic Instinct and Fatal Attraction, because of the Me Too movie. You'll never see those movies again.
we
Never.
don't live in a society
They
for
almost
it. Our society
no,
is fucking soft.
they almost eliminated rom coms until that one movie, Anybody Else But You, grossed 200 million at the box office during the holiday season. Then they were kind of like, okay, we can bring back rom coms, but films like Bodies of Evidence, or 9.5 Weeks, you can't have those kind of movies anymore. Wild Orchard, you can't have those films
Can't
anymore,
throw the
where
fucking ball.
basically you saw everything, and I do mean everything.
Listen, we can't have society be what it used to be because we're just not there like that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's over. Like those days are gone. The Attitude Era
Mansoor
doesn't need to come.
wins.
The Attitude Era can't come back
Mansoor wins.
because guess what? As soon as the Attitude Era come back, I just got fucking.
they ain't
Soon
gonna
as
handle it.
soon
They
as
ain't
the
gonna be able
Attitude
to
Era come
handle
back, we all getting canceled. I'm getting canceled. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I say what the fuck I want to say regardless. Anyways, with Attitude Era, no Attitude Era. I just don't say things that are offensive to people because I would never want to hurt anybody's feelings. But I'll say to you the fucking truth. I will tell you the truth.
Is it the art truth?
Not our truth because he likes to shuck and jive. Even though I love me some our truth, man. I respect our truth a lot.
Hey, Master, why you didn't say nothing about Last Legend? By the way, do you want that trade?
There we go.
When do you want Last?
I don't
Do you
know. I
want
don't know,
Last
man. I'll
Legend?
let you know.
I
I'll let you know on the 55th, brother. I got you on the 55th. I'll let you know on the 55th, my brother. Like the world is
Ask
soft,
Booker
man.
T and see what he says.
Listen, I'll tell you something right now. The world is not even meant for a person like me to be around, right? Because I grew up in a time where you didn't take nobody's shit. You didn't let nobody say no crazy shit to you. So if somebody felt offended about something, I mean, shit, it's a difference between giving respect and receiving respect in this world. Like I came in a different generation. A lot of shit that I see people do out in the streets these days, like when they disrespect people or talk crazy to people, man, back in the day, man, if you do that to somebody, you might catch a bullet in your ass, man. Somebody might punch you in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? We not in that.
Right.
Now in this generation, people can say what the fuck they want and be however they want to be, and there's no consequence. See, we're in an era where there are no consequences. You got people like Fresh and Fit and all of these niggas who are so against females selling pussy on the internet, but you bring them on the internet and give them light. Like that's the mind fuck of the world. There's like, you shouldn't be doing this, but if you do it, there is no consequence. That's what the world we live in right now. So with that being said, the Attitude Era don't ever need to come back.
No,
Man, I'd rather them
Hey,
bring back
no.
the motherfucking
And
the.
here's the thing.
Hold on. I'm gonna
Here's the
say one more
thing with
thing and then I'm
me.
gonna stop, Ruben. I'm gonna say one more thing and then I'm gonna stop. Shit, I'd rather them bring back pre-attitude era where you had motherfucking dinosaur characters and silly ass characters and silly ass ideas and shit like that. I'd rather them bring that shit back than the attitude era because at least that has some character, some charisma, and some new things to it. Shit, you bring back the attitude era, it's just gonna be a PC attitude era. So I'm not gonna be able to see
That was the
titties.
whole point.
Like it's just,
Mhm.
I'm just over it,
Well,
bro.
you got well, you well. I think this is my department because this is my area that you're talking about. So
Go
this is
ahead, my
my
brother.
department. Uh, bottom line is that everything you said is 100% correct. This is the era where you have to PG things all the way up though, and it just won't work. It's just not going to work. So work with the talent that you have now, build the stars from here, and you will see that they will create their own legacies, and that the young fans that you see in the audience will talk about in the next 20 years from now, saying that hey, Wes Lee was a dog, or Oba Femi was a monster, So, and right now, speaking of which, they are cutting a monstrous promo to boost up the North American title match between Oba Femi and Wes Lee for this Sunday, and I love it. They're giving two young black men the rub and giving them the build. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
so is it safe to say Wes Lee is a better version of Ricochet? Because he could cut a promo and he could do all the rest of them Ricochet could
Uh, well, Well, for all those fans out there, Wes Lee been in the game for a while. It ain't like this is his first rodeo. He's been wrestling in the Indies for years, though. So, like at MLW, TNA. So he's been around. It's just that I need to see him on the main roster after this pay per view. His ass need to go up to the main roster after SummerSlam. He don't need to be here. Oba Femi, as we all mentioned, should hold on to this title until what the end of the year, where he gets
do.
a crack at the world
And
title, win it, and go up to the main roster, what have you. But I do not need to see Obafemi. I do not need to see him lose that belt. Not now, not ever.
yeah, have him just dominate the whole division, then just
Absolutely.
just relinquish, just go to ACK or Aiden Ring and just say, I don't want this title no more. Give it to somebody that could elevate it after me. I want that NXT
Exactly.
championship.
Exactly. I want the NXT title. Or if you want to be ballsy, say, hey, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to give you this title because I've already dominated this division. Send me up to the main roster. Send me up there.
I ain't
Because
gonna cap
listen,
to y'all, man.
we've been sitting up here trying to figure out who Cody Rhodes to wrestle. I mean, because I'm still bitter about the whole rematch with AJ Styles thing. When you have guys like Shinsuke Nakamura, when you have guys like Andrade, when you got
What
Killer Cross.
was
I
an
mean, I
eight.
mean, I mean, you got to make your title reign mean something, man. It should, and I'm sorry, but his title reign is just flat out
It's
stank.
trash, bro. It's trash. It's trash, man. You'd be better
And
off
I'm not
watching
saying,
me.
and hold on,
My
let
title
me.
my title reign is the Unknown Wrestling Alliance heavyweight champion, world's heavyweight champion, by the way. Not just the universe, not just the city, but the worlds and the universes. My championship reign is a better reign than Cody Rhodes because at least I have some competitors that could go against me. Of course, they're not going to beat me, but it is what it is.
That's the whole point. I mean, think about it. Your champion should be wrestling a level of diverse talent. This is the reason why I said that. Excuse me. No, none of these wrestling companies, AEW, WWE, need to be signing nobody because you don't know what to do with the roster you have now.
Yeah.
That's why I said I hope this whole thing you said is a rub because if they wind up buying TNA, it what does it mean? It means nothing. It means you got 30
Hey,
people
Ruben.
on your
Hey,
roster, and what are you gonna do with them? Nothing. Just stop. No,
hey,
can't do that.
hey, Ruben. So this again is proving that this deal is doing right because NXT supposed to be involved in Slammiversary coming up. So
hmm
you gotta get that out your head, bro. You gotta get that out your head. Thinking WWE.
You want to know, 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 you want to know why I say that? Let me tell you why I say that. And I'll be the finish when I let you know when I'm done.
Yeah,
I've
go ahead.
witnessed this
Go ahead,
happen.
Ruben.
You gotta understand something. If anyone that don't know about Black Saturday, I invite you to go to Vice News or your streaming services for Vice News to go watch Dark Side of the Ring, Black Saturday. Vince McMahon went down to Georgia on Georgia Championship Wrestling, would later on be known as WCW Saturday Night. He walked in the TBS office and he went there and grabbed the mic and called matches for them. A man who worked for the enemy crossed the boundaries of another company. And what Vince McMahon did was underhanded because his father made a promise to all the promoters that look, we are all going to have make our own money. I'll stay in my lane, you stay in your lane, and we're all good for it. His son was like, no, I want it all, and he consumed the shit out of this entire wrestling company. I don't care if WCW was fucking up. I don't care if ECW was gone. I don't give a shit about that. He consumed it all, and he basically told everybody, "Fuck your wrestling. I'm going to consume it and make it sports entertainment." And he turned a $1 million industry into $1 billion conglomerate. Good, you did. I can't hate you for that. You changed the game forever and you made major deals for TV. But out of the ashes of that came small little companies that we keep talking about here all the time, like GCW, House of Glory, Major League, NWA re-resurrected itself, SCLW, AAA, CMML. All these companies started to flourish out of that to give fans another opportunity. But Vince McMahon was like, who else can I take over? Who else can I take over? And then along came AEW, who wanted to be the quote unquote alternative. Now they're
That's funny.
now you have all these wrestling companies partnering up and teaming up together. And now you have them working with the one company that at one time was hanging toe to toe with them as the second best wrestling company in the world, TNA. Now TNA's kind of slipped off a little bit, but they have good wrestling and they have good wrestlers and they have great storyline. I just wish that the people who own it would spend some damn money and bring in talent and bring in stars. It took Triple
You
H
gotta
to
talk to
partner up with these
TKO
guys
about
to
that.
get this. Yeah,
That's the people
you
who
gotta
backing
bring.
it. Sorry
Yeah,
for
but the whole
interrupting you.
point is this: you gotta bring. No, no, you good. You bring in, you bring in, and you look at yourself as Triple H and say, "Look, I got a roster full of talent. I
Mm,
know I'm making cuts. I
mm.
know I don't need you here. I know I don't need you here. Why don't I let you go and go flourish over there?" TNA, guess what? I've already paid them. They covered for 2 years. They
Yeah.
all yours. And if they happen to look like they worth something when their contracts expire, I may entertain the idea of re-signing them back up. Or if you want to sign them, you're good to do so. But for anyone to tell me that this company, WWE, that has consumed all the legendary wrestling companies of the past, because we're almost about to lose the art of what wrestling once was. From the old days when it used to be inside middle schools and high school gyms to little small town civic centers, when they made it personal with the fans. And the fans looked at these guys like larger than life heroes. Now, what these guys are, these are all millionaires. Well, at least some of them.
Most of them, yeah.
It's a, yeah, it's like, really, do I cannot take this seriously? Like I said, everyone in WWE is a little bit too perfect for me. And as I always said, that it's cosmetic. All their roster, all their talent looks way too perfect, as if they are the Hollywood version of sports entertainment and professional wrestling. I don't see too many flaws in their performers. Like, I mean, look real, like what real people look like. They live in a fantasy world. Well, wrestling is a fantasy world, but in WWE's case, it's almost Disneyland. While the rest of the wrestling companies are like small little movie studios that make grungy action films and horror movies that are much more entertaining than what you see in Disney. So when you ask me and when you tell me, yeah, this is just to give them a rub, okay, I'm going to follow suit. But you cannot expect me to believe that the people at TKO or Endeavor are not thinking, who else can we consolidate with? It's all about money now, my friend. If you're not
You
in the
know,
business of
the
making
thing,
money, you're in the wrong business.
the reason why I think that WWE wouldn't really want besides like a couple from over there, like a Jordan Grace or something like that, is because honestly, most of those people there aren't that big of names. You know what I'm saying? Moose ain't gonna. Moose
Jordan
ain't.
Grace. Jordan Grace would be the most likely one. I give you Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace
That's it.
and maybe Josh Alexander might be the two that will come over. Everybody else is
Maybe,
on their own.
but also, you know, they don't really have a division that. I mean, IC division, sure. My whole thing about it is, I feel like there isn't anybody over there that's really worth taking. That's why I always feel like it's. That's why I always feel like it's a. They're trying to give them a rub. They're trying to build that brand up better over there, because I believe it is a part of the TKO family. I believe TNA is a wrestling company that's a part of the family. But I'll be honest with you, I've always thought TNA was a part of WWE. I've thought that my entire time of knowing what TNA was. I always thought it was a place for WWE guys to go when they didn't have
No, you're not wrong. And you're
financial
not wrong about that
options.
either, because it looks like it's kind of weird because every time we look up when someone got released, like an Alberto Del Rio or Drew McIntyre or Kurt Angle or Booker T, Paul and Nash, Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
um, I can go on and on. I mean, all those guys, the first place they went to, you could have went to Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor was still active at the time. You could have went to NWA. You could have went MLW. Why did you go to TNA? Because it was at that time the second biggest wrestling company. It was the second most watched wrestling company. I wouldn't say biggest. I would say it's the second most watched wrestling company. It was.
Well, and then
So
also if
I
you think about
get
it, the main
I
event
get
Mafia,
why it's
right?
weird. It's really weird. Yeah, it was really weird. Yeah,
Or
it
like
was
when they
really
had
weird.
nothing, when Christian didn't want to do what he was doing over in WWE no more, guess we went TNA. Kurt Angle, he wanted something new, guess we
TNA,
went TNA. Every single time.
TNA,
Kurt Angle never went to ROH, even though Kurt Angle, he was the belt king for a
make
little
it
bit
make
of
it
time.
make it James, Bobby
Mickey
Lashley.
James.
You can go on and on.
Yeah, you can go on
Yeah,
and on. When
Bobby
they have
Lashley.
nothing for you to do in WWE anymore, you go to TNA. Except unless you're Dijak. If Dijak goes to AEW, he's a damn fool. I'll be honest with you.
If he
Dijak, you
goes to
take
TNA, he can be the world champion. He
he
goes to
can, if
TNA,
he
he
go
can
to
be the
TNA,
world
he's a
champion.
legit contender in TNA right now. Right now.
Absolutely.
He's a
Right
legit
now. Same
contender
thing
for
with Ricochet.
Moose.
Same thing with
Ricochet in the
Ricochet.
NXT division is fire. Or in the X division.
No. No. You're right. You are right. The X Division. That's why I said the same thing when I jokingly called the TNA X Division Tag Team Champions. When I make fun of them, those guys could not survive in the land of giants in the main roster. They go to they go to TNA. They dogs,
Dogs, straight
big time.
dogs. Because TNA has a thing called
So,
the X division. The X division is a very important division. People sleep on that. Look what
oh
the X division did to Samoa Joe's career and AJ Styles' career. Look at
keep
that.
going.
Look at that. Christopher
Look what it's done for
Daniels,
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa
Yes,
Ali. Look at all those people
who is
who've
white
gained.
hot right now.
Look
Yep,
at all those people who
yep,
have gained
yep.
so much from being the X Division champion. That is what WWE be missing. They missing a title like the X Division title.
Mm-hmm.
They missing that.
Well,
They really need
well, the
something
X
like that.
division, yeah, well, the X division is basically a cross between the open weight and the cruiserweight division. It really is. Mainly, it's supposed to be for smaller guys, but a lot of big guys have won titles there, like Bobby Lashley, Kurt Angle. A lot of those
Well, I mean,
heavyweights
we
have
talking
won
about, but I'm
belts.
talking about the red
But
hot X Division too, though. Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles,
yeah,
Suicide,
yeah, back in the early 2000s, yeah,
uh,
Suicide,
Suicide, all of those people that was around over there. Amazing
Amazing Red,
Red,
Amazing Red.
um,
Who's the other guy? Austin Aries.
Shark
Who
Boy,
else?
Austin Aries, Chris
Mhm.
Chris Sabin over there,
Chris
Curry Man,
Sabin,
which is
yes,
still
Curry
Christopher
Man,
Daniels. Curry Man is still Christopher Daniels. Kazarian, like,
Kazarian. I mean,
think
yeah.
about all of those people that popped up out there and made the X Division what it was. That's why WWE need an X Division. They need a division that's like the X Division. They need a cruiserweight division, man. If you listen,
Well,
if you had a cruiserweight division and your first cruiserweight champion was Rey Mysterio, and he got beat by a guy that's not really a cruiserweight but can kind of hang around there, you know what I'm saying? You go get a
call it
guy
the
that's
open weight title.
go
Call
have
it the
Pete
open weight title. And I'll tell you,
go have Pete Dunne
the
take the
open weight
belt off.
title.
Go have Pete Dunne go beat Rey Mysterio for the cruiserweight title. You know how fire that is, man. They had a cruiserweight championship. It's nothing wrong. Like this shit. It's just I don't know if people don't understand this or not. But in wrestling, it isn't
Oh,
about the belts are important, but also your legacy as a wrestler is very much so important as well. So if you're the best cruiserweight champion that ever lived, why is that a problem? Do you think Tajiri ever
here's
thought,
the
"Oh
thing.
man, I need to be the world heavyweight champion"? He probably won some world heavyweight
Hmm.
championships, but
Right.
when we look at Tajiri, a lot of stuff that we remember him off of is his cruiserweight runs, some things in ECW, of course, too,
Hmm.
as well. But mainly, Tajiri is
Right.
memorized for his cruiserweight shit that he did in WWE.
Hmm.
Mainly.
Hmm.
Is that a problem?
Think about it. A lot of people got to remember a long time ago, and actually, that brings in. I was about to do a segue for going to wine country. I'm actually glad you brought
Are
that
you
up
ready to do Wine
because
Country
I
right
was
now?
actually. I think we should do one here, and you kind of gave
Okay.
me an idea of talking
All right.
about
Well,
something that was interesting to me.
before you say it, um,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wine Country Reports hosted by the R&B King himself, Ruben Barber. Let me go ahead and cue your music really quick, Ruben. I'm going to
All
wine
right.
country.
Ready?
I'm going to wine country. Go ahead, Ruben. What you got for me today?
Man, it's interesting that we should be talking about this.
Yes,
We're talking
sir.
about championships and everything. And to explain to everybody about what is going to wine country, this segment that I do is I basically talk about the people of color in professional wrestling or about the history of pro wrestling itself. And this is going to be most recent history for a lot of our young listeners that might know. We're sitting here talking about titles. A long time ago, WWE had a pay per view called Night of Champions.
Mm-hmm.
It started back in 2007 in the summertime. What it basically was a moment to pay homage to the great champions that WWE had and also to their challengers. That's right. Every match that they had on the card was a title match. They would have the World Heavyweight Championship, which would be the WCW title, and they had the WWF Champion. They would have the Women's Championship, and they would have the Divas title. They would have the World Tag Team titles and the WWE Tag Team. They would have the Intercontinental, the US. They would have the Cruiserweight, the Lightweight title. And these were moments where it allowed the talent to give them a chance to shine their champions and their challengers. So they had a ton of belts at that time because they had an overly bloated roster. It was entertaining. It was actually exciting. And it made a lot of sense to have shows like that for what it would need to be. But over time, Vince McMahon had the brain idea of starting to debunk and decided to consolidate the championships together to where pretty much he decided that he was going to consolidate and debunk his roster as well. So right around 2016, they changed the title from Night of Champions to Clash of Champions. It was former WCW known pay per view, but they had their last one, their very last one of Night of Champions was back in 2019 before the pandemic. So what does that mean? Why did I bring this up? Well, if you're WWE and they probably have about 200 pieces of talent, you would say about 200,
Yeah, I would say yeah.
maybe. Okay, what's one more belt? What's one more belt to be added? And I don't mean that just for the men. I mean that for the ladies too. We have a women's tag team belt walking around here being only defended on one show when it should be defended on all shows. I suggest we do a cruiserweight title, or we can have a WWE open weight title. Make it similar to the X division, where it allows talent such as
Call it
guys like Finn
middleweight.
Balor
Shit. Call it
to be.
middleweight.
Yes, hey, why not? Let's call it middleweight.
Call it
Have a guy
middleweight.
like Finn Balor carry that title because he's
Man,
a guy
I'm
that can
telling you,
have
man.
credibility
Listen,
with that belt.
listen, man.
That would be
Nigga,
fantastic.
let me tell y'all something, man.
That,
Finn, Finn Balor as the cruiserweight champion with Demon Finn Balor too. I know you laughing, Marcus, but I'm gonna have to agree with Ruben on that shit, man. Finn Balor, he's already a former junior heavyweight champion. Make a junior heavyweight
The first
title,
ever Universal Champion in WWE, the first ever. So why not make him the first ever middleweight
man.
champion?
Finn Balor as the
And
cruiserweight champion would be fire, bro.
that will give him back heat, esteem that he has lost being with the fucking Judgment Day. And for that, I can bring to an end, going to wine country. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I offer all of you to voice your opinion about what your thoughts are about Night of Champions and having WWE reintroduce
I'm going to
not
wine
only a
country.
middleweight title, not only introduce a middleweight title for the men, but also bring back a women's tag team title like the NXT Women's Tag Team belts. Your thoughts?
Hey, hey, Ruben. But before I give my 2 cents on that stuff, but uh, I don't think it's not fair to not with the the title idea. I'm talking about something else. When you was like AEW, they could do business with TNA and all other companies, but they can't do business with WWE. But yet you saying
It's not.
WWE should
It's
not
not.
be.
No, hold on a second, Marcus. Marcus, I have to stop you right there, brother. I'm gonna let you talk, but I have to stop you right there. It ain't that I don't want them to. They said they don't want to do it. They already did. Triple H and TK and them, they've already said they don't want to do it. It don't matter what I say. They don't want to do it.
Hmm.
They just don't.
Wow, Triple
And
H,
I don't blame them either.
Triple Triple H already said that he's open to doing business with them. It's just
You,
case.
you,
It's
you know
only
he don't want to do
case.
that.
That's cap, man. That nigga not telling the truth with that. Doing business with
That's
who?
what I'm saying. Don't
Doing
believe
business
that.
with who? Who we talking
That's
about
what I'm
doing
saying.
business with though?
Don't believe that,
You
Marcus.
Who
I'm
we
telling you, brother.
who are
Don't
we
fall
talking
for
about
that.
doing
Don't
business with? Let's be honest.
do
know
not fall
Triple
for
H
that.
for one business with AEW
Man,
because it's
Triple H,
NXT black
if
and gold.
Triple H said that he's a fucking liar, bro. Let me tell you something, man. As much as Triple H try to play, he like Cody Rhodes, right? He tries to play like he's a good guy, and he just doesn't. Listen, this nigga
Hmm.
Triple H, he still got Vince McMahon sniffing around him, man. You don't spend that
Right.
much time around Vince McMahon and not be petty and want to see your competition get absolutely destroyed. He's not into doing business with. He might say that shit, but that ain't the truth.
Hmm.
He ain't telling the truth if he say
Amen to
that.
that.
He ain't telling the truth if he
I
say that,
agree.
man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Trust me,
I've heard him
he
say it.
don't want to do it.
I've heard him say it, but I am
But
gonna be
I'm
real
AEW
honest with you.
I,
He
I'm
capping.
telling you, Marcus. For all you WWE fans out there, listen up. WWE is a bunch of perpetual children, no inclination of sharing, and they never will. They don't do it. Why? Because they are the big dogs. They got all the cash, they got all the talent, and they hold all the fucking cards. They do whatever the hell they want. And what the hell is this shit? They got Triple H on TV talking about a guy who's no longer on the roster.
Who?
Oh, Ben, wait, they're talking about Brooks Jenkins. That's what they're talking about. Brooks
Oh,
Jenkins.
oh my God. He's still on the roster.
yeah, but
First of all, I
That
just
shit
want
all.
to say something.
That shit all storyline.
Today I'm no longer with W. Now I said today I'm no longer with WWE. It just said that right there. So, but why are you doing a promotion of him? Now he's drinking.
who
He's
who
still with
y'all
the
talking
company.
about?
They're
He's
doing the
still.
story. Yeah, they're doing the stuff. Oh, that's
Yeah.
the guy right there that cost. What's his name? The opportunity to get the title match. That was him.
Brooks Jenkins.
Dude,
Jensen.
yes, yes,
Yeah. Oh.
yeah, Jensen. Yeah,
What's the name's?
yes.
What's the name's
Look at
son?
this. Look at that. Look at that right there. They used to be. Look at that. Tag team champions right there.
I don't
So
get
they're
it
gonna
though,
bring him
Ruben.
back. Yeah.
I don't get it, Ruben, because um AEW should do business with TNA. Did we forget AEW is the same way as WWE? TK, he literally brought Ring of Honor and New Japan just to kill those territories. He's doing the same stuff. It goes both ways, honestly.
And that's
It
why
goes
these
both
clowns
ways.
cannot work. And that's why, my young brother, that these clowns will never work with each other. So I'm telling you right now, I know you want this, but it ain't gonna happen because they already said it. Just because one person says,
I
"I'm
agree
sure,
with
yeah,
you.
I have no problem working with them," with his hands behind his back, with his fingers crossed. Trust me when I tell you that Triple H don't want shit to do with
Triple H
AEW.
is a
He
lie.
already knows when them contracts are over with, he know they gonna come calling to him. He gonna be like, "You want to come wrestle with me? Oh, sure. How much? Really? How much are you willing to get paid to work for me? I'll pay you pennies on the dollar. What do you want?" He know they gotta come to him. Trust me, everybody eventually goes to WWE, and we've already said this a million times. Some of them are going to succeed, most of them are going to be failed. It's like Navy SEALs. The
Yeah.
Navy SEAL program was specifically built for one reason: to be the most grueling, vicious training regime of all special forces unit on this planet. Not since the Spartans have you seen a regime this vicious. That's what WWE is. That's why 90, they said specifically, 98% of all applicants that try for the Navy SEAL program fail. There's a reason behind that. Because they only pick out the best of the best. That's what WWE does. You could bring that entire AEW roster over there. I guarantee you only 2 to 5% of them are going to make the roster. The rest of them they're going to be ass out. That's real talk. Just being honest with you. Just being honest with you. That's just what's going to happen. That's why he said, "Fuck it, we ain't working together. Let me go off and do my own thing."
Hey, 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 Ruben, but JC Jane, JC Jane, I wish we got
Yeah.
top.
Yeah. Well, of course she's on the roster. She already on the R&B roster, of course, already.
Marcus a
Man,
thief,
I
man.
miss Toxic Trap.
Marcus is a
I miss
Hey,
thief.
that.
they on the roster too. They are on the roster too. If you ever pay it, Marcus, I love you to death, man. You're a good kid, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I need you to start reading cats rosters so that way you ain't picking out on somebody else's stuff, man. So that
Yeah,
way you
the
know
nigga to
what
be
time it
he's
is.
a thief, bro.
I
Nigga
told
stole
you.
girl.
Well,
Nigga stole girls from me. Nigga a thief.
well, hey, technically those women was already mine. So,
No,
Bullshit,
you
oh,
buried those
Marcus.
women. You got rid of them. You buried them. You buried
Bullshit.
them. Literally, you
Listen,
buried them.
hey, Ruben, you remember when Marcus was sitting there preaching about how he hate Mercedes Monet? I never claimed her. You know why I never
Exactly.
claimed her? You know why I never claimed her? Because I knew
Yeah,
Marcus liked her. And I knew Marcus wanted
exactly.
her. I like you and I want
You
you.
hey,
it's like
hey,
old
it's
school ways.
still, she's still attractive. Still attractive. So,
Okay. Big
It's
cat.
don't
it's like the classic example. Oh, I hate her, Gus. No, but the reality is you love her. You know you do. It's
Big
like
cat. That
old
nigga
school
still like her,
Chinese love.
bro.
You see? Yeah, you did. Look at
He
that.
capped. He capped
hey,
for
Look,
y'all know
there
he
it is.
capped for 4 months, and
Yeah,
then
I
and then
saw
the
who.
truth came out.
I saw who. I'm trying to tell you. Val Henley, Jasmine next, and of course Gary James are going to revamp Toxic Attraction. I'm trying to tell you.
They need to.
It's
I'm
hey,
listening.
coming.
Hey, you know
you
what I
want
think?
Valentine.
Is it wrong for me that I think that Gigi Dolan should? I know she injured, but she should come back to Toxic Attraction. Go back with
Hey
JC. See,
man,
that's a tag team right there. JC Jane and Gigi Dolan.
uh,
Excellent tag team.
the biggest merch sellers in the history of NXT. Toxic Attraction. How do
Yeah.
you not keep that heat? How do you not keep that? But Manny Rose made enough sense to get the fuck out of there, and now she's already worth $20 million from her fans only page.
Hey,
Trust
but
me. And
can you see a new Toxic Attraction formula like with JC Jane and GW? Can you see if Tiffany
well,
Stratton was still there, would she fit
No, she
that
wouldn't
group?
fit in there. She
And,
wouldn't fit in there. Her aesthetic
no,
is
no.
not the same.
And,
Her
and
aesthetic
plus,
is
that's a
Valley
Hall of
Girl.
Famer.
She's a Valley Girl, and she has no reason. Yeah, she has no reason to be around Toxic Attraction. She's too much of a Valley
Plus,
Girl.
I
You just
exactly.
want to
love
see her. No, 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 no.
No. You can
I
have
just
four
that's all
members
I
of
can say.
Toxic Attraction. You have two wearing the tag team titles, one wearing the NXT Women's title, and the other one wearing the Women's North American title. They will run the shit out of that show. They will run that thing. That's how you do it. Oh, there they are, the TNA X Division Tag Team Champions, Axiom and Nathan
Here we go with
Frazier.
this. Here we go with this. The TNA X Division Tag Team Champion.
Because that's the only way they're gonna get over. You take them right now over there to wrestle Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker will spear them like a rhino running up against a gnat.
He
He'll be
put him in the
unfazed.
They
hospital.
beat
He'll be
He'll put him in the
unfazed.
919. 91. I hate how people play this
they
game,
beat Braun and Baron Corbin, but they didn't
man.
pin Braun.
I didn't want you to say
That's
that,
the
Marcus. I didn't even want you to bring that up.
they didn't pin.
Yeah,
They
Man,
didn't.
that
we
nigga
all
got
know
me, man.
that
They
one.
Fuck.
We all know about that one. We all know about that one. So we ain't worried about it. I guarantee you right now, Let them legitimately wrestle against AOP one more time
Oh my
without all
God.
the shenanigans on the outside. And I
Yo,
guarantee you
that's
they're
another
working.
tag team. They absolute man. AOP on SmackDown would be fire, bro.
Hey,
There's so
River.
much booking that can be done here. There's so much booking to be done. And with all due respect to Javon Evans, young man, you're coming up. You're a good star, but you in the wrong match at the wrong time. You're in the wrong match at the wrong time.
You
He's the
gotta
one
give
that's gonna
a
take the pinfall.
you gotta get HBK props for pushing that.
Oh no, I give you
It's
props,
not.
but it's gotta matter. You can't put no kid into a title match after just what 4 months into the job. Come on, man. No, don't give it to that kid just yet. The only reason why they're pushing the Samoan werewolf is because that boy got it, and he's one goal. That's why you push him.
Hey,
You
mask
don't put
up.
no kid in that situation. He's the one gonna take the pinfall this Sunday. He's the one gonna take the pinfall. Trick Williams is gonna
Hey,
take
he's
the
not in the match.
what?
They revealed it. They revealed it. Jacob is not in the match. It's Solo, Tama, and Tanga versus Cody Owens and
I
Cody
took
Owens,
I took uh I
which
told you,
is
brother. I told you it was a 6-man tag. I tell you it was a 6-man tag. Everything that you're seeing right now with the Wyatt family coming back, with Chad Gable potentially creating a whole Alpha Academy. You having Cody Rhodes and Team SmackDown. Everything's getting set up for one pay-per-view, and that is Survivor Series. Not SummerSlam. SummerSlam is going to be a prerequisite of whatever it's going to be, but everything's getting set up for a Survivor Series. Think about it. Why do you think you got all these groups forming together? Survivor Series is where it's at.
hey, Mascot gotta accept though. You gotta accept Solo is just a hard time tribal chief. I mess with
Accept that.
Solo heavy, but that's just hard time. Once
Hey,
Roman come back and
Shout out to
all,
our
hey,
tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
say it right, brother.
Shout
it's
out to our
over.
tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
No, brother.
The true tribal chief is after Roman Reigns. After Roman Reigns, the true tribal chief. The true tribal chief
Nigga,
after Roman is gonna be Jacob. Jacob Fatu.
nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you. The real tribal
That would
chief.
be dope. I ain't gonna lie. That
Shout
would
out
be
to K
dope.
Breezy.
Right.
The real tribal chief is Solo Sikoa. Shout out to
No,
him.
it's not. He is a
You know what?
part.
This may be. You know what? I'm gonna let you slide on that because you did say something blasphemous by talking about Nikki Lyons. I ain't gonna let you get away with that. I still haven't forgotten you for that. But I'll let you have your little soul Sokoa moment until our true tribal chief returns back and reclaim his crown. Until
Why you
then,
gotta
What you
return
say
back? He
about
already here. What did I say about Nikita
why
Lyons?
you
I can't even pronounce it. It's so blasphemous. It was almost like a horror show. What you said, it was almost blasphemous. It
What
really
did I
was.
say?
Or it was like Scott Van Pelt say
Oh,
that's
I know what I
sublime. What
said.
you just said. It was a no. Don't even dare say it again because you were god awful. How dare
Ruben,
you?
Ruben say
You're
it.
supposed to be a man of respect. How
I
dare
am.
you
I
say
am.
what you
I
just
am.
said?
what you say?
God awful, man.
Go ahead, say it, Ruben.
I'm not saying it. Damn it.
What you,
I think I know what I said. I
I
can't
have
really
too much.
remember.
I too had too much respect for Nikki Lyons. I had too much respect for the gloriousness of that woman.
Oh, was that when I said she needed to get rid of her BBL? Is it what was it that?
Hey, no. We don't. Hey, knock it off. Hey, enough,
Was that it,
enough.
Ruben?
Enough of
hey,
foolishness.
master.
We had enough. Now, right now, they've already talked about the matches they got that coming up here on NXT Heatwave. They talk about all of these
They
championship
promote.
matches that they got: the tag titles, the women's and men's North American title, the two world championships. So they got 5 titles on the line going on there, and they're gonna
They
have probably some other matches. So
they were promoting they pay per view. Can TK do that for Ring of Honor? Can he promote
can
Ring of
TK do that
Honor?
for
Like,
AEW?
fuck,
Can you do
fuck
that for
Ring of
AEW?
Honor. Fuck Ring of Honor. Nigga need to
Can
do
you
it for
do it
his
for
money. His cash cow,
AEW?
AEW
Exactly.
shit.
Shoot.
He need to
That's
burn
why
Ring of
the
Honor.
that's why if you look at the two men in the ring, the chairman Sean Spears and Mr. All Ego Ethan Page, they are happy to be where they are right now because they got away from that
Yeah,
nonsense, that foolishness.
yeah.
Cody Rhodes even told him, "You're in a good place." He told him that 2 weeks ago. You're in a good place. He
I
told him
think
that.
Cody. I think Cody's
Oh,
about to
here's more.
start telling the truth. I think Cody about to start telling the truth about
He,
Tony Khan.
But here
It's
hey,
comes our
coming.
NXT
hey,
World Champion. Here he comes.
he looks close to being upset because I told y'all he's getting frustrated with the company study mentioning where he's working at, and they started to bring up Cody's name.
Uh-huh.
Cody don't like that.
Uh-huh.
Cody once Cody,
Keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. That's what he gonna say. Watch. Keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. Watch. That's how it's going down. That's how it's going down.
Ruben, you don't think Nikita Lyons, her career would be a lot easier for her if she didn't have a BBO?
hey,
Black man,
hey, that is black,
African brother, Boricua,
black.
Buleta.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to disrespect that Dale, that Rico? You want me to disrespect that? What is wrong with you?
I'm not.
That's like
Seriously, I refuse to answer this question with you because I'm sweating right now, and it ain't got nothing to do with the fact it's 102 degrees out here in California. I'm sweating literally, like my bald head is like Shaq in the NBA Finals because of what you just said right now. It really is. It's bad.
that's like
It's
that's
blasphemous, it's foolish, it's childish, and I'm not going to entertain this idea anymore. Right now, we got 4 competitors for the NXT Heavyweight Championship of the world in the ring right now, and you know they're going to talk, they're going to beat each other's ass, somebody going through a table, and they're going to leave us off with the go home show. This has been a lot better than fucking Raw was last night.
NXT always delivers. Even when we have like one
There
situation.
was a wait a minute. There was a while when it was kind of dicey. There was a while. It was kind of bad.
I can't lie
Now
about
they
that. It
gotten
was
better
kind of
now.
bad.
There was a while when it was kind of god
I thought.
awful.
I think NXT 2.0 is kind of fired. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, you got to remember, like we
2.0.
said, it was loaded with mid carders. I mean, come on. I mean, it was loaded with mid carders and people who were from the indie circuits. You know that. I mean, come on.
No, I'm talking about.
That's basically what it was.
I'm not talking about the
He's talking
black and
about
gold.
NXT.
Yeah, that's what it was. Black and Gold had all those guys from TNA. They had all the guys from Ring of Honor. They had all the guys from all over the indie circuits to help get that company over. Now that they got fresh, homegrown talent that they have in there, with at least 90% of their roster is fresh, homegrown talent.
Yeah.
Now they have to push and pull through and deliver. I just think I just think that they got a roster full of people that they're not using, and that could be your tag team division for the ladies. The men, however, hey, that middleweight title sounds good to me. Or heck, I'd be happy if you brought back the European Championship. You brought back every other title. Why couldn't you bring that one back?
Let's bring the cruiserweight title back.
Oh,
Not the purple one.
oh yeah, they're gonna bring that one back in
Hey,
color. You know how it is. Remember, I told you this company is cosmetic, man.
Hey, wait, K
This
Breezy.
company.
Hey, K Breezy. You think I forgot about what you said last night? You thought Uncle Master Marks was just laid up in the bed asleep? No, I was not. I was still very much so art. I took a trip. I took me a
he
little
was
trip.
talking crazy. He was
Listen,
talking crazy. Solo.
Wait, you
K.
went to Bojangles?
No, I wish I did. We don't have that here. But K Breezy, you said you had a confession for me. What's the confession? I don't think I forgot about it. I didn't forget.
What? What? He up to now?
He had a confession for me. I'm ready to hear what his confession was.
He probably about to reveal that
Well, he just
he's
said in the
beating
chat.
Mariah.
In the chat, Solo should win the WWE Championship.
Now
That's what
he's
he said.
trolling. Now
No,
he's trolling.
no, I want to know. I want to know what his confession is. Oh,
It's
that's what I
probably
want to know.
about Mariah.
Wait. Did you all just see that? If you have the ability to rewind that back, there's a guy over there in the stands right there wearing a kind of greenish blue shirt, and he had a sign that says "We want Dijak." I just saw that.
Hmm.
Hey,
Wow.
hey,
Wow.
if Dijak was fully gone, they would have confiscated that. Maybe
No,
Dijak
Dijak is
is
gone.
going to. Maybe Dijak is going to. Maybe
Marcus,
he is.
your
If he
He should
has,
Marcus,
not
your
go.
mic is messing up. What
if
the
he
hell?
has,
Maybe he's going to
if
where?
he has,
Where he going? I still ain't heard what a nigga said he was going.
you know what? You know
TNA.
what? I know what's wrong with Marcus's mic. He got that mic from Fox Sports because they're used to cutting off things and muting things like they
Yeah,
did on Friday night. So yeah,
yeah.
he got that from them. So yeah, you better give it back to him before you cross over from SmackDown to USA because they're gonna allow you to say what you want to say. So you're
Hmm.
gonna be all right. No, but
Hey, K
seriously,
Breezy.
if Don J had any real fucking sense, take your ass to TNA. Don't even be fucking with Tony Khan.
The confession is I'm a CM Punk fan. Cave. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And,
What?
and look, and Master, was he calling us CM Punk fans in Discord when he was like, "Yo, boy, it's about to cost you the title."
What do
And
you mean you're a CM Punk fan? What are you talking about? I I don't know what to say, yo. Hey yo. CM Punk fan, what you mean, K Breezy? I don't know if my CBD thing then kicked in or what. I feel like I'm on.
You
hey,
getting that Fox action going on too, man? Don't you be the only one. Don't you
Yeah.
want to be the only one? I mean, just like
hey,
I'm
you see
saying,
that
think
Jack?
about it.
See that Jack
Sean
and
Spears
Javon
coming.
Evans? Together?
Sean Spears and your boy Trick Williams look like a new version of Miami Vice with the outfit they're wearing.
Hey, you see that Jack and Javon Evans got on? Is that's road jacket?
That is dope.
This
Maybe.
man,
I like that jacket right there. That jacket is fire though. That jacket is fire. You got Trick Williams coming here looking like part of an R&B group from the '90s.
feel like he's part of the Aaron Hall
I
dance.
doubt, yeah, that's my man. Hey. Aaron Hall is my man. I told you, but the nasty man of R&B, he is a G, and all he does is give the ladies, please, please, please.
Hey, it's ironic just what happened. You got both the guys that came for AEW through the table from
And they're
both
in the
the
main event.
homegrown.
Oh, there it is. There's that damn sign again over there to the right. There it is. We want Dijak. There it is.
Hey yo.
I see it.
That nigga said he's the best in the world, yo. Oh, yo, he's wilding. What? What do you mean he's the best in
Hey,
what?
K
K
Breezy,
Breezy, come on, man. Come on. That's your boy, man. I knew that
K
was your
Breezy.
boy. That nigga said I'm a CM Punk fan.
Oh, damn. There it is. It broke it down just like I thought it was. It never fails. You know, at some point, someone got to do something different than this, man. This gets to be too typical. Eat the page.
Hey,
Both of the white dudes got put to the table by the brothers.
hey, you know what's crazy, Ruben? Both the
Yeah.
guys that got put through the table is from AEW, and both the guys that put them through
Mm,
the table got dread.
yeah.
They both are
And
brothers.
both of the dudes standing tall,
What?
black, strong African black men
Oh my
standing tall
god,
looking
the
at you.
chick magnet. What the fuck are you all K Breezy?
Yeah, K Breezy, you know what I'm talking about. Punk
Wait a
Yo.
minute,
left
wait.
the
Is
table.
he old? Is he Otis now or what, man? Is he Otis?
That nigga
He's
said
a
he the
chick
best in the
magnet. He's
room.
Otis.
Hey, he be
Well, let's just
backstage
say,
doing something. He be doing something to
let's.
mess the earth. Guaranteed.
Wow.
To
Okay.
mess
You
the
know
earth.
what? Enough. Okay.
Not this Samantha
Well, I'll
Irvin
just put
shit
it this way.
again.
NXT was solid tonight. A good show. They got everything set up for the pay per view. They even threw in the extra match. It looks like they got a women's tag team match they threw in there, featuring 2/3 of the future Toxic Attraction against the Kill Bill, Ninja Warrior, and Santina Morales' daughter, because they both are from Canada.
Damn.
Yep,
And
they threw
how,
that in there.
Shout out to Canada.
and how, and Ruben, how do you think that Tina's daughter feels about kind of working with them, even though they in different companies? Think he feels?
Well, well, look, here's the thing. She know that she's in WWE. She's got to get fine tuned. I believe her father was the one that told her to do that, just to get her skill set up. But the reality is, if it doesn't pan out in WWE, she knows she's got a job at TNA. She know that. That's gonna be obvious. So, no matter how it works out, it should be okay.
This
But
man can't
nevertheless,
read is what?
yeah. Nevertheless,
Yo.
NXT did very well. It was a good show tonight. They set everything up for the pay per view, though.
Yeah.
I'd like to know out there who thinks who's going to win. I'm going to mention out some title matches, and you tell me who's going to win. The NXT Women's North American title. Kay Jordan versus against
Roxanne.
Solo.
Wait, who? Well, you said the women,
The
the
North
women's
American
championship.
Women's Championship. Yeah, the North American Women's Championship. Who wins that belt?
Kaylani
Does
retained.
Kay Jordan retain? Kaylani retains against Solo?
Yeah, she dropping that. She dropping that title to Jada Parker. Dropping that title to
Right.
Jada Parker.
The TNA X Division Tag Team Championships. Axiom and Fraser versus against
That shit's
Chase
still
U.
on.
Who wins?
Axiom
Yeah.
and
Y'all hold on one second.
Axiom and what? Nathan Frazier retained.
You do know Chase U is due, man. They haven't won much of anything, man. They're due for a belt run. They do.
They former tag team champions. Forgot they won the title already.
That tells
They
me
former.
everything. I didn't even remember what that was. That tells me everything. Now, the match that I think that might steal the show, the North American men's title. Wes Lee versus against the man that's going to be a future world champion in 2 years in WWE, Oba Femi. Who wins?
Oba. Oba is retaining. Obviously.
Okay.
That's obvious.
Okay. Right? We have the NXT Women's World Championship match. Roxanne, probably the most delicious match I've seen in a long time. Roxanne Perez versus
Delicious.
against J-Lo herself, Lola Vice.
You said delicious. Wow. Unexpected. I think Roxanne. I think Roxanne barely retained because she's not. They got it already that she's not dropping. She's dropping that title to that Japanese chick that signed with the company, Jillian. They already got it out there. So
I,
Roxanne, she's
I'm
barely.
gonna,
You
I'm
think
gonna
Lola
agree with
will?
you on the matches. So I agree with you on some more, but I think I might give it to Vice now. I think I'll give it to her right now. That way we can get Roxanne up to the main roster. She should have left to the main roster when they had the draft. The only reason why she didn't go because she was a champion at the time and all champions protected. But I think it's time to get Roxanne to the main roster, have her rest after SummerSlam, and then bring her in so she can get that belt off of Bailey. Unless, of course, Tiffany Stratton's going to cash in on the Money in the Bank that she's going to win. And
We
now
gotta do our. We gotta do money in
the
the bank
fatal.
prediction.
Yeah, we'll do that on Friday.
Yeah,
And
Friday,
now
Thursday.
the main yeah Friday.
Oh,
Now the main event, the fatal four way for the X Division World Heavyweight Championship. Who wins?
oh no! Oh no! The NXT Championship is not an X Division title.
Hmm.
Trick Williams ain't the X
He talking
Division
about the tag
champion.
team championship.
Oh,
No,
uh,
no,
I
the
say
tag team titles. He already said Axiom and Frazier gonna win though. But I
Mhm.
said for the NXT Heavyweight Championship of the World, who wins in the fatal four?
Trick Williams is retaining. Trick Williams
All
is
right.
retaining because he's been dropping that title until he faced Oba Femi at
There we go.
That's
All
awesome.
right, sounds good. All right, sounds good. All right. I don't know what the other matches are. They're gonna be probably some tag team matches or some gimmick matches or whatever they're gonna throw in there just to because the Toronto crowd, trust me, international crowds are always hot, particularly in Toronto. They are diehard wrestling fans. That crowd should be lit though. I mean, think about it. 3 days of wrestling from WWE in one city. Basically, they're taking over Toronto, starting with Friday Night SmackDown, then Money in the Bank on Saturday, and then obviously Heat Wave to close it out on Sunday. Wow, that's a lot.
Hey, just wait until that crowd see Trick Williams. That Toronto crowd is probably gonna shit loud. They gonna be saying, "Book that Trick loud."
That should be
Everybody
crazy.
look like he's a star. And over Finley. Over Finley might mess around and turn face based on
Keep
his
him right
work.
where he is. Don't you do it. Don't you dare do it. You keep him right where he is. He's fantastic where he is. Think about it. There are some heels in wrestling that just don't need to change. They just don't because they just so good at it. They're just so good at it. You know, if you're
Hey,
gonna
I
do
gotta
something with old Sammy, give him like the Randy Orton rub. Give him that kind of style where he's not sure he's a good guy, you're not sure he's a bad guy. You just know that he gonna get your ass. That's what you need to do with him.
hey, I got a confession. I got a confession.
Oh God. No,
You
please,
know,
no.
Usher must be in the air, man. Usher is in the air, man. What's up with all these confessions?
I,
Hey,
I think I
hey, so
started
my
it.
confession.
I think I started
Hey,
it. Yo,
so my confession. My confession. I want AJ to
AJ, who?
AJ Lee. I want her to cut me off.
Okay, you
What?
know what? All right, listen.
Hey, yo,
Okay,
hold on.
listen.
Where my
Yeah, you
soundboard at?
got it.
Hold
Yes,
on.
yes, yep,
Yeah,
yes.
I
Where
got
is
you,
it?
Ruben.
Yes, hurry
Yeah,
it up
Ruben, I
now. We
got
ain't
you.
got to get this, man. Oh my God.
We gotta get it warmed up.
Freaky ass nigga, he a
No,
69 God.
Yeah, man.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69
We do not want to hear
not
about you getting sucked off, Marcus. That's crazy.
No, Puffy.
no. Let me
You,
let
you
me.
know
Yo,
what? You better be careful because CM Punk and that dog was actually in your ass. You better be careful.
Hey,
You already know
hey,
that KJ Lee.
the nigga
hey.
City
Matter of
Turn
fact,
Hill.
let
I'm
me.
sick. Yo,
Hey, CM Punk is free because he got some mess early, but let me change that. I want to hit AJ Lee, Marcus Burns back. That's what I want.
All right. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm about to roll up out of here.
yeah, it's about
I
that
mean,
time.
NXT was solid tonight. NXT was solid tonight, but I'll leave you all
Yeah,
with this. We already told you. I've already told you that the pay per view was a B minus. There were some solid matches, but most of that crap could have been eliminated. We're going to learn a lot. And I'm going to say this right now. Shane McMahon, if you are truly involved with AEW or you really want to be a part of AEW, you need to show your ass up tomorrow night. You need to do that because
same
we're
it,
gonna
man.
find
Gonna be a
we're gonna find out a whole lot about. We already know about Tony Khan, but we're gonna really find out about Tony Khan if he's serious about this. Because I can almost assure you, if Shane McMahon walks into that arena in AEW and says, "I want to buy half the company," I almost guarantee you, Warner Brothers Discovery will give that man a blank check for whatever he fucking wants. I put that on real dollars. But I have a fucked up feeling that we ain't gonna get what we want. We're gonna get some more of the Conway crap like we always do, instead of something of substance. We are, man. I'm just telling you, man. I'm to the point right now where I'm on everybody. I'm with everybody on this, man. Because this dude here is a cheat. Either he's gonna either it's like my man said. Either we're gonna yield as a team or we're gonna die as individuals. That was from Any Given Sunday, Al Pacino, Oscar. What are we gonna do?
yeah, and that TK kind of embarrassed you on Sunday because you said this is a make or break. AEW do not mess this up, and look what happened.
He did.
That is
He
14
absolutely
match, 14 matches with 11 of those matches being no type of story. Just the sake of throwing the match.
I mean, I'll give him credit what he did for Swerve Strickland. I'll give him love for that. He kept the belt on Swerve Strickland. We already knew how good Swerve Strickland was, but he made him look like a champion that the AEW crowd can get behind. Finally, he did. The women's wrestlers, you promoted them right. I'll give you credit for that. Hell, that ladder match for the TNT Wrestling Championship. We already know who was going to win, but you delivered. I'll give you credit on those three things. Everything else, you can go fuck yourself. The bottom line is, at the end of the day,
Damn, Ruben, hold on.
are you really serious? Are you really serious
Go fuck
about
yourself.
Shane McMahon? Because if you bring Shane McMahon into AEW on Wednesday night, he stands in the middle of the ring and says, Tony Khan, I want half your company. Now we're getting somewhere.
Hey, but that would be stupid though on Shane McMahon.
I don't think so.
Why in the world
They're
would
gonna
he
do it, but
with the
hold on.
Because
Because we do want to close out. So, shouts out to Ruben. Shouts out to Marcus Brown. Thank y'all boys for coming to the show. What was I gonna say? K Breezy, what's your other confession? I want to know before I go ahead and close out. Please let me know.
Well, I'll say this much. Y'all keep it right. Y'all keep it tight. With all these damn confessions, y'all blow it up like dynamite. So I'm out of here. So y'all can do what y'all
The
want to do.
confession board has got crazy over here. Ruben, I tell you. K Breezy, what's your other confession, bro? Because I got to close out. Go ahead and say it. He's talking about he turned heel. He turned heel. Watch what his next question gonna be. I'm a Mercedes Monet fan and some crazy shit.
hey, that would be crazy if he. Oh no!
Oh fucking
Oh no!
Oh, that's crazy, K Breezy. I'm a Cody fan. Hey, that's crazy. Yeah, K Breezy has turned heel. For sure. Wow. Okay, K Breezy. I don't know, man. That's crazy. All right, so we're about to get up out of here. We do appreciate you guys stopping for the NXT Watch Party. We will be live tomorrow for the... What's tomorrow? Oh, no, we won't. Well, I'll still be live tomorrow regardless. I'm not watching AEW. Shouts out to Retro Neon for those 3 donations of $2 per donation. Shouts out to the AEW Pack Smokers and the Master Marks Militia and the Day One Doggy Bones. I appreciate both Ruben and Marcus for stopping by with us. Y'all have a wonderful night. I'm finna go lay down. I feel like I'm finna pass out. I'm out this bitch.
Make sure to just sell some AEW catering.
Yeah, I'm not watching AEW tomorrow.